What is up, Internet? It's Hammer Time, and we're back with another episode of Enigmatica 2 Expert, the pack where things are complicated. Dun dun dun. Maybe next time we'll come up with a better tagline. I'm not sure yet. But, anyways, today we have some things to do. You may notice we have some stuff in the crafting benches behind us. So, last time we worked on cooking for blockheads, and right out of the gate I want to finish up one little thing with that, which is I would like to get a cow in a jar. Because if we look, our dairy's coming up and things are kind of falling down a little bit. I've been eating the buttered potatoes. So as we eat those, fruit, grain, and protein all take a little bit of a dive. So I would like to have something where we can kind of pump those up at the same time. I was looking at the ones that give you everything. So like if we go veg, pro, it's probably enough. Dairy, what's the other one? Fruit, and I just looked at this. Protein, dairy, vegetable, fruit. What am I missing? Grain. Grain. And we have a few options. We got chicken curry, which I love me some chicken curry. But we'd need some garlic. We'd need ground cinnamon. We'd need plain yogurt, which actually plain yogurt I think we can make, fresh milk in a pot. We can do that. But the cinnamon, we have to find grinder. Pulverizer. Yeah, so we need to have cinnamon. We need to have coconut. We need to have ginger. Chili peppers, we have the seeds, but we haven't grown those. We'd also need rice, so that's kind of a pain. We could do random tacos. Those give you everything, but we'd still need some sort of a spice leaf. Cheese we can do. We'd need to find avocados, and we need to find onions. Tortilla is cornmeal, which means we would need corn. Delighted meal, we could probably get into something along these lines. We could do some sort of a smoothie. I bet we could do our fruit smoothie. But anyways, there's just tons of stuff that kind of go into these, and I'm just not ready to dive into one yet. We could do chimichangas. Plowman's lunch probably looks the easiest, but we still need onions. We need pickles. Boiled eggs we can do. Bread we can do. Apples we can do. So we have options, and the deluxe chicken curry just gives you like more of everything. 5.7 as compared to 2.7. So I want to make some cake to kind of help fill out some of the rest of these things as we're kind of going along. I just kind of want to find a few different types of things that we can eat, and we can just kind of rotate between them. Try new foods as we get them because it's always good. Things are still growing over here. We'll harvest that in a bit. And yeah, so the house, as you can see, I started doing these. I'm not sure how I feel about those. I like it upstairs. Except for I can't get that valley to fill in because I use the like inverted roof caps essentially, and they just didn't work. So yeah, otherwise I don't think anything's really changed in here besides that. We gotta have something to put up here, so pretty soon here we're probably gonna get into some magic mods to start filling that stuff up. And then off camera, I've been doing a little mining. I put some haste on this hammer because it was slow. And I leveled it up once. I've just been kind of cutting out some area down there. But anyways, milk in a jar. Also, I do apologize for 2 episodes ago. It was long again. I can do math. When I added up the total times, I forgot to do a factor of 1. So, or a factor of 10. So there we go. We've got a milk jar, and we have an anvil. Boom. Quest is done, apparently. Okay. Cow bait. We have cows. We have cows. We need the loot chest. That's what we would like. Claim it. I really need to look to see if we have a update to do that would fix that. I'm not 100% sure, but we got a gun. We don't have ammo for it, but anyways, Go ahead, make my day. In a terrible Clint Eastwood impression. All right, so let's throw that in there. Actually, why do we still have all of this in here? This stuff can all... I thought I cleared most of that out. All that stuff can go now into our fridge. Jeez. So the milk jar, as I understand it, we could probably just fill up the milk jar, and it would provide milk to the kitchen multi-block. But if we have a cow in a jar, it constantly produces milk. And I like that, because then I don't have to keep filling it up and filling it up and filling it up. And we have tons of cows over here. So what we need to do is get one of these cows out of here. Grab you. Come here. Come here, cow. Come here. You want to come here? Oh, perfect. Look at that. Such a good cow. I'm sorry what I'm about to do to you. But things must happen. So let's get this set up. So we need the milk jar like here. And then we need the cow to be inside of the fence. So I need to punch out one of these. Okay. Can I jump over that? Not really, unless I do. That's not what I'm going to do. This. And then we can jump over it. Okay, perfect. So, let's grab this cow back. Bring him into his new lovely home. No, go back in there. Come back in here. Come back in. Yeah, see, it's your home now. See, you're doing just fine, cow. We can remove the lead and get our lead back. And then we just do this. And we get our anvil. And it'll be okay, cow. I swear. This only will hurt a little bit, and then you live the rest of your life in a jar. So, as you can see, it is currently just producing milk, which is good. Boom. We got it. I held down the vein miner key. I hate when I do that near grass or dirt because it'll clear out little sections like this. And then I just have to spend, you know, a minute filling things back in. This one wasn't so bad. I've done some much worse. And it never takes out like the top layer because that's all grass. But it'll make a big square underneath it. It's fun. Anyways, so we have our cow in a jar. Cool. So now, if we go ahead and place our cow in a jar over on the counter, he starts making milk. Cool. And now, might need to wait until it gets enough milk. Toast. Look at that. But then we should be able to start extracting fresh milk out of here, which is pretty neat. So I'm going to let it do its thing as we take a look at the next piece. So the next thing that I want to do is I want to get into some RF power generation because I would like to be able to, let's just go ahead and figure out where my fingers go on things and click off of that. And this was a pain in the butt to figure out at first. It's the same way as you bookmark things to unbookmark things. Make sure that this is not selected and then hit A on it and boom, takes away your bookmarks. I really like this bookmark feature. At first I thought it was just annoying. But now I'm starting to kind of come around to it. So we're going to need 3 iron, 2 redstone, LV wire coiled, and an iron ingot. So we need 4 iron. I put sticks in here. I have my shears. This can go in there. I'll put the anvil in there too. We'll need the shears. I think it's not treated. Find out in a second. And then we need iron, and copper plates. Okay, So we need a couple things. So we need, oh wow, it's 1 to 1. I thought it was 2 to 1. So we're gonna need some more copper plates. And to do this, let's just double check here. Yep, that's just regular sticks. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go off camera, make some more copper plates, and get things ready to go. All right, so we got 4 more plates from our metal former over here, which I also changed this up. So that way, because I noticed everything would be filled up and this would just be running at max power. And so I switched it up to using tiny charcoal. So then we can just take this stuff and then like, let's do half of that. And we could just throw the tiny charcoal in there. And eventually I think I'm probably just gonna put a storage drawer above this with tiny charcoal, so we can just have tons of tiny charcoal in here and just kind of keep an eye on it. But works out pretty well to keep the power going. So we needed 4 more of them, and then we do those like that, and boom, and then we have that, and then we put those around an iron ingot, boom, and then 2 redstone and 3 iron makes our kinetic dynamo. And as you can kind of see over here, we also kind of did the next step already too. I made these water wheel segments, which is just treated wood and treated sticks. And then 4 of those around a steel ingot. We have 3 of them, because 1 kinetic dynamo can handle 3 water wheels. So we have 2 more quests complete. Booyah! Actually, I want to do middle this time. Sure. And this one we'll do bottom. And back in, and claim, and back, and in, and claim, and back. Okay. So we've got 2 loot chests here. Boom. Bone block. Cool. Some bone meal. And mana dust. That's actually kind of sweet for later. Like, if we look at the recipe. Yeah, like, look at all of that. What are the uses? The Gaia Spirit Ingot requires it, and the Gaia Pylons require it. Cool. Also used to make an elite crafting tier. Can be used to make the resonant cell frame. Gives us some things, and it's needed. Oh, okay, this is the advanced thermionic fabricator from modular machinery. So cool. We'll want that later for sure. But yeah, now let's go ahead and figure out where we're gonna put the water wheel. I kind of want to put it over here because I figure we'll probably run power in somewhere over here for more tech stuff. So let's go. Can we sleep already? Yes. So somewhere in front of us here is kind of where I want to put it. And I was thinking, we got this little lake down here. So wouldn't that be a nice little backdrop? Also iron. Iron is kind of that resource that you need just tons of in this mod pack. And coal. I like coal. I should have brought blocks to fill in. Do I have some dirt. We'll have to use that. Cut this off for now. Boom, boom, boom. Yay, placing blocks with hammer. Isn't it so exciting? Okay. While we're at it, let's just grab that appetite ore as well. Oh boy. That was quite the vein of appetite. Okay. And there's more coal. Okay. I think we're going to switch over to, I'm going to call this the torch technique. Instead of filling everything in, we just put torches everywhere. And we got a little aluminum. Get me down there. Let me get the aluminum. Jeez. Jerk. Okay, so yeah, and then what we do here is we just put some blocks in the bottom of this lake and call her a day. So I kind of want to do it over here again, since we can finally get back to, oh, is this another, this is one of those rings, which means down below that there's something cool. I'm not too worried about that at the moment. Let's just go ahead, remove these mushrooms. We have quite a few mushrooms now. And our inventory is just like chock full. Because appetite. Get it? Because my appetite. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Okay. Spam some torches around. Also, ooh, boy. What? We have nausea. Heartburn, indigestion, upset stomach, diarrhea. Pepto-Bismol. Anybody remember those commercials? Anyways. So, let's put these over here. So let's just kind of... So we're going to need basically 5 blocks wide. And if I put this facing this way, that's the way it needs to be, right? Yep, okay. So then we need to have... 3 blocks of space, like here. I love how grass takes longer to break than just regular dirt. I always find that weird. And we're probably going to need to go back one more. We'll put that on there, like those. Yeah, we need to come back to here. And we'll have to go down there. Let's get out. Okay, it looks like we're good down here for space. Let's place that there. Put a torch over here. Grab that mushroom. Okay, so that is gonna work. And then let's take... okay, do we need to clear anything else out? No, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of clear this up around here and go grab some sort of a stone block. And I'll come in here and make this look a little more fortified. And then I'll bring you guys right back. As you can see, some progress has been made. I've been trying to just kind of play around with things. I wish I knew how much this was generating. So I think like the max was like 88 RF per tick or something like that. I don't even know if it's been tuned up in this pack or reduced or anything like that either. But I always feel like this is supposed to be one higher. But if we take a look, boom, get rid of that water. So I kind of tried to design this in such a way that we get maximum efficiency. So down here we have the water flowing away, which is one of the other important points. And yeah, we can actually go ahead and fill that in. And so we got the water down there flowing away, and then we got the water flowing into it here, which I feel like it's supposed to be one higher, but it seems to be doing all right. And then around the front here, we have the water cascading down, but also feeding right back under it. So it looks like it's flowing down, but it's actually going back around, getting like the maximum surfaces touching, which is what we want. I also decided to kind of build this in over here. I got a lot of work to do to kind of like make this not just look like a wall that's so flat with everything else. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet. I'm not the best builder. I just try. So yeah, actually we're going to do that, and then I'm going to actually take... So I did find out chisel and bits break faster when you use a pickaxe, which is kind of weird to me, but you know. What if we did a stone pillar and then just kind of build that in? Okay, we need to go eat too, which off camera I made up some cakes because we were kind of dipping down on some of this stuff. So boom, look at that. Now everything's kind of getting back up there, plus dairy's going up. Vegetable fell down a little bit, but all we got to do is just switch back to eating some baked potatoes and we'll be good to go. So we actually are full on that again. So it looks like we should make as much fresh milk as possible and store it away. That way then we can have a back supply of fresh milk and this can just kind of continually be filling up. But yeah, so we got some of that, which will kind of help push our stuff up. I probably should eat some fruit in the meantime as well to get that back up. Because cake doesn't give us fruit. It just gives us dairy, grain, and protein, which is fine. But yeah, so we've got quite a bit. Also, I think, I don't remember if I showed you guys, I put some charcoal in the oven. I don't know if it's necessary. It doesn't seem like it, but I haven't really done anything that's like baked yet. But we've got a lot more options as I kind of throw more stuff into here and kind of build it up. I'm just kind of experimenting with cooking for blockheads. This is my first time trying it because most other mod packs that I've played, it was like, oh, it's here, and I would use like the sinks and stuff, and I've used the cow in a jar before, but I've never done like the whole stove and all the pieces to it. Which I think is pretty cool. Like, I find it interesting. It's the whole multi-block and stuff here, which is pretty neat. So, anyways. So we kind of have that. I'll get that touched up off camera. And eventually also kind of figure out a better little look to everything here. But so our power comes out here. And if we go, I'm assuming we can go down here. And then what happens if we go over? Hey, there's a Futura block. Which is cool, because that means here's our basement. That's almost perfect. And so now we just need a way to get the power from there into our base. Into our basement, rather. So if we look at that, we can do like the immersive engineering power at immersive cable wire. So we can do like the LV wire or the MV wire and stuff like that and get the wire into here using relays and wire connectors and stuff like that. But that kind of becomes a bit of a pain. Can we make leadstone flux duct? Okay, so that requires us to get into, we would need to get into network cables, which is blocks of redstone, which actually, if we go back here and go back to gates, yeah, that is a quest. Wants us to make 32 network cables. So when we looked at the network cables, that makes 32. So we just need one recipe. So we need lapis plates, which we can do in the compressor. So we need 4 of those. We need 4 redstone, 1 gold plate. Okay, well, we can do that. Let's grab 4 gold. Nope, we only need 1 gold plate. Make a gold plate. Let's grab 4 lapis. Of course, I compressed it all down. Oof, that's a lot. I only needed to do 1 block, but I did way too many. So that's okay though. So we'll compress those down now. We got our gold plate. What? Lapis lazuli plate. Compressor. Oh, we need to make it into powder first. Okay. So that's going, and then this, we're also just gonna need some glass and more redstone. For that, I'll just grab a bit of redstone, and we'll grab some glass. Let's keep this just going here. Generator's doing fine. Can I snag another one out of these out of here? Boom. Seems to be fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and make some network cables. Boom. Should be quest complete. Oh, bam. Okay, controller from XNet, blue connector. I've never played with XNet, and I don't know that we're going to. At XNet. Controller. Flux controller manages energy. So that's some basic machine casing, plates, and some redstone components. Okay. What else do we got? The other option was a blue connector, which is pretty much the same thing, plus a chest. Or more cables. Let's see here. I think I'm just going to do more cables. Somebody's probably going to be yelling at me in the comments like, no, you should make the other stuff. We can make the other stuff. I'm always kind of a bigger fan of just kind of taking. If we can make it right now, I'm not too worried about taking it. And if I'm not going to get into the XNet stuff, then, well, I'm... Flux duct. So, leadstone, boom. What does the hardened look like? Okay, just some invar and some redstone. I mean, we're probably not making enough power to really get into that. Yeah, these do 2000 RF per tick. So not too terribly concerned. But what I like about these is the fact that it's not just running. Everything's not just kind of running around in the base. So we now have power in the base right here, as well as we have EU power, but now we have RF power, so we can do whatever we would like with that. So let's take a look at the quest line again. Can we get into mechanism? What does a steel casing need? So we need reinforced blast brick, which we can actually make now. Well, sort of. We need to get more blaze powder. Steel mechanical components, we can do those. Osmium, we have osmium blocks, we can do that. So we could get into mechanism right away, which is kind of cool. But I want to see, is there anything else in immersive that we want to get into? It'd be nice to get to some power storage, and these capacitors are nice for power storage because they're pretty cheap right out of the gate. Alloy kiln. I haven't really needed any alloys yet. This is definitely where I'd want to get to because we need heavy engineering blocks to make the metal press, which would be nice so we can get away from using shears on everything. And I think we need some of that kind of stuff for the improved blast furnace. No, we don't. I don't think we do. But I'm going to go take a look ahead. I'm going to look ahead at some of the quest stuff, and I'll bring you guys right back. as it turns out, that is all we have time for this episode. We now have power into the base behind us. We can see that there. We got a water wheel. Off camera, I'm going to kind of try and gussy that up a little, I suppose. And then, yeah, I'm going to kind of figure out what we want to do next. So, as always, don't forget, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button down below. You can stay up to date on this series, which is going up 3 times a week, as well as River City Ransom with Izzy, which is also going up 3 times a week, where we go and get our butts kicked in a beat-em-up game. I feel like that's backwards, but hey, that's what we do. And as always, if you like the video, hit the like button, and we'll see you next week, guys. Or in 2 days or 3 days, depending on when this one goes up. So, see you in the next one. Bye-bye.